Get ready, because we're about to connect some serious dots that could change everything for XRP. We're not just talking about price predictions. We're talking about fundamental shifts in the global financial system, and XRP is right at the center. First, let's talk about the Federal Reserve. Big changes are happening, and one name you need to know is Kevin Hassett. He's not just another economist. He's on Coinbase's Global Advisory Council and holds a significant amount of Coinbase stock. This is a pro-crypto voice in a very powerful position. More importantly, Hassett is pushing for aggressive interest rate cuts. He believes the economy needs a major boost, and he's not alone. What do rate cuts mean? They mean cheaper money. And what follows rate cuts? Quantitative easing, or QE. That's when the Fed starts printing money and pumping it into the system. We've seen it before, and we know what it does. It sends asset prices soaring. When that flood of new capital comes rushing in, it has to go somewhere, okay? And this time, a lot of it is going to be looking for a home in digital assets like XRP. The stage is being set for a massive liquidity injection that could ignite the next bull run. Let's look at some mind-blowing numbers that show just how explosive XRP could be. A recent analysis broke down a 20-cent jump in XRP's price. To put that in perspective, a 20-cent increase on the fully diluted supply represents a $20 billion rise in market cap. So, how much money did it actually take to trigger that massive move? You're not going to believe this. The total net inflow was only about $52 million. Let that sink in. It's $52 million in new money caused a ripple effect worth $20 billion in perceived value. This is the shocking math that most people miss, okay? The XRP market is incredibly sensitive to inflows. So, what would it take to reach those price targets we're all dreaming of? If $52 million can move the price by 20 cents, imagine what $1 billion could do. It's doing the simple math. A net inflow of just over $1 billion could theoretically propel XRP to $45 in a single day. Suddenly, that initial target of $100 doesn't seem so far-fetched, does it? It's not about slowly grinding up. It's about explosive, rapid movements triggered by what are, in the grand scheme of things, relatively small amounts of capital. The institutional money hasn't even fully arrived yet. When it does, the inflows won't be in the millions. They'll be in the billions. And speaking of institutions, the signs are everywhere. The acting chairman of the CFTC, Caroline Pham, has been using a very specific phrase in her recent posts. Lock in. Where have we heard that before? From Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, who has been telling the XRP community to stay locked in for the major shift that's coming. This isn't a coincidence. This is alignment at the highest levels of regulation. They know what's on the horizon. But the biggest piece of the institutional puzzle just clicked into place. Ripple has acquired Hidden Road. This is not just another partnership. It's a game changer. Hidden Road is a global, multi-asset prime brokerage that serves 300 institutional customers and clears $3 trillion in volume annually. Let me repeat that. $3 trillion. With this acquisition, Ripple has become the first crypto-native company to own a platform of this scale. What does this mean? It means institutional clients can now use assets like Ripple's new stablecoin, RLUSD, and of course, XRP, as collateral. This isn't a pilot program or a proof of concept. This is the real deal. The institutional era just leveled up in a massive way. The floodgates for institutional capital to flow directly into the Ripple ecosystem are now wide open. This is the infrastructure that will handle the trillions of dollars we've been talking about. To really understand the foundation of all this, we need to listen to the vision of Ripple's co-founder, Chris Larsen. He explains crypto in a way that cuts through all the noise. He doesn't see it as just a speculative asset, sees it as a new kind of financial product, a lubricant for the world economy. Think about traditional fiat currencies like the dollar or the euro. Larsen says they all carry what he calls muck. This muck is all the complexity tied to a single country, its politics, its capital controls, its inflation policies, its regulations. When you try to move that money across borders, you're dragging all that baggage with you, which creates friction and cost. Cryptocurrency, and specifically a bridge asset like XRP, is different. It's designed to be simple, low-level, and efficient, just like the Internet Protocol, TCP/IP, that allows all our computers to communicate seamlessly. It doesn't carry the muck of any single nation. It's a neutral, global asset. Its primary function, as Larson points out, is revolutionary in its simplicity. It's a store of value that can transmit that value without being inflated away by a central bank. In a world where governments are constantly printing more money and devaluing their currencies, having a digital asset that holds its value and moves instantly across the globe is entrenched in necessary innovation. It's a necessity. This is the fundamental vision that underpins everything. It's not about hype. It's about building a better, more efficient financial system. The Fed is preparing to open the monetary spigots. The math shows XRP is poised for an explosive reaction to new capital. The institutional infrastructure through the Hidden Road acquisition is now in place, and the core vision from Ripple's founders provides the why behind it all. Okay? The pieces are not just falling into place. They are locking together. The economic pressure, the market mechanics, and the institutional adoption are all converging at this exact moment. This is why we say, stay locked in. This isn't just another cycle. It's the beginning of a new financial era. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more updates as this incredible story unfolds. We'll see you in the next one.